What is going on, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Alright, you guys, in this episode we're going to be continuing our search for Bigfoot. What we're going to be doing is finish walking the trail, then we're going to go catch a fish out of the creek and leaving it at the gifting tree along with a voice recorder, doing a little nighttime investigation in here, just listening and looking for more fresh signs and anything of that nature. So guys, let's go ahead and grab the chest pack, let's hit the trail, and let's see if we can find some fresh signs. By the way, if you guys have not seen part 1 yet, make sure you check out the last video where we captured a whole bunch of crazy new signs, a lot of new evidence pointing that these Bigfoots are back in this area. And I don't think it's just one of them. I think it's a whole family. So let's go ahead and get right into today's episode. All right, you guys, we're going to start walking this trail. Now, in the last video, we did walk half of it. We're going to walk the other half now, look for some fresh signs. Really quickly, I want to say thank you guys so much for all the recommendations on the last video, which you wanted me to leave at the gifting tree. Seemed like the majority of you wanted to see fresh fish. I really like the idea of peanut butter, and I really like the idea of apples. I've actually seen in the past where people has put apples up in the tree and use that as a Bigfoot lure where they come in and they take it off the trees, which that's something I was thinking about doing with the fish in this video. I'm not completely sure if I just want to leave it on the gifting tree or if we can find some elevation where we can hang it. And that just kind of prevents any other wild animals coming back here and taking it off the tree, you know. Here's that massive shelter, which I've shown this in quite a few Bigfoot episodes. I showed it in the last episode too. This is probably one of the most impressive ones that we've seen back here. And that log right there is brand new, how it's jammed up in there like that. It's pretty interesting. X marks the spot. Not exactly sure what the X's mean. It's like a marker for them. I don't know, it might be a sign of dominance or something. But yeah, we've already looked at all that. Man, I can't help but to show that one though. That is so impressive. So let's go ahead, walk back here to the back, and let's see if there's any more fresh signs. I don't know what I just walked up on, but something big is standing back there, right back there in that little opening area. I'm gonna ease my way up here and see if it moves. I mean, it's not too terribly thick in here, but it's not that open either. I mean, these things can hide. And I mean, unless they're putting off a really bad odor, which most of them do, I could walk right past one and not even know it's there. Yeah, I don't know what I seen, but it was right up in there. I don't see anything moving now. So something I've been debating on wanting to do is camp in the Bigfoot territory. So guys, do me a favor. Either get this video over 100 views or 40 likes on this video. I'm trying to get back into the algorithm because YouTube has pretty much kicked me at the bottom of the algorithm. It's been really hard to get views and stuff. So either 100 views, over 100 views on this video, 40 likes, and we will be camping in the next video in Bigfoot territory. We'll set it up and do purely nighttime investigation. Probably leave some more gifts at the gifting tree and stuff like that. But I think that would be a really fun and interesting video to do. I've never really done anything like that here on the channel. So like it up, guys. Share the videos out to your friends and family. If you have certain relevant groups on Facebook, share it to them. Invite people to the channel. Let's keep this channel growing. Holy shit. Look what I just walked up on. That is a massive footprint. Look at that. I kind of got a glare from the sun. Look at that. Look at that compared to my foot. That thing is freaking huge. That's a toe right there. You can see where they stepped right here and they were walking off this trail. That is freaking massive. Look, there's the hill. You can see the whole outline of the toe or the foot. Look at that. That thing is freaking massive. This is a very big crossing area. Oh, look at this beside of it. I just seen this. Holy shit. This is fur. This is squirrel. Look at this. Right beside the track. I just seen this. Oh, no way, dude. That is squirrel fur. That is crazy. It's all over the place back here. It's everywhere. Right beside this massive track. I mean, right next to it. That's crazy. Wow. I wasn't expecting to see that. I didn't even see the fur until I got down and I was looking at the print. That's pretty nuts. What's even crazier is I wouldn't even seen that squirrel hair unless I had spotted that track back there. That is freaking impressive. I didn't see any type of body, any bones or anything. That's pretty weird. That's actually the first time I've ever been walking through the woods and actually seen fur from a squirrel. Pretty interesting, something to note for sure. But yeah, this is a really big crossing area. They were crossing this path last year a lot. It looks like now that you know, they're walking this way, they're still back here using this massive trail. I can't say how fresh that track actually is because it has been right at a week since I've been back here, but it doesn't look too terribly old. And it's really making me wonder if that thing's done picked up a squirrel and hauled ass out of here with it. That's pretty crazy. Look at this, guys, another X. It's another X right there, right off this trail. How crazy is that? What is that? It sounded like something was crossing the water. It sounded like something really big just jumped up and started running towards the water, like across the water. The creek is right there. See, guys, there's the creek right there. Pretty wild stuff. It's a really long trail too. This looks like a really squashy spot. You know, I could see one sitting down there on them rocks right there, just cooling off in the shade. I don't know, it seems like each week there's just more and more sightings and reports of them coming through here. It's pretty interesting. Now there could be signs like all up back through there off this trail, which I'm not going hiking all throughout the woods and stuff. I just want to stay on the trail, but I cannot get over that footprint with the squirrel hair literally right next to it. I mean, that's pretty freaking ironic. Look at this. Look at that. How the trees are stuffed in between the other trees like that. That's not normal, guys. That's not natural at all. You can see how where something's done took that branch and literally wrapped it around that broken branch. Stuffed those, wrapped that vine around that bigger one right there in the middle. And this is the type of stuff that we're looking for. This could be a little shelter right here, you know, because them rocks that I was just talking about is literally right over this hill. This could be like a little shelter for a baby Bigfoot right there, tucked away in the shade. Look at this trail right here. It goes right up through there. Look at the tree bend pointing right towards the creek. The creek is right down here. Check this out, guys. Yeah, this is definitely a trail. It splits off there and there. And then here's the tree bend, like prod up against that other tree over there. It's pointing right towards the water. There's the water. X marks the spot right up in there. I don't know how well you can see that. Yeah, this is like a little hot out for them. I bet you they're tucking away right up in here. Right up here by the creek. Probably trying to catch them some fish, get cool in the shade. Look at that. Little stacking. Tree limbs wrapped all around. Another little marker. It's pretty crazy. You can see how fresh that is too. So yeah, I am fully convinced that they're definitely in here. Whoa. Something just moved right over there. Yeah, guys, like I said, I am 100% convinced that they're in here. I'm pretty sure they're watching me right now. I don't think it's just one. I think it's a whole family of them. What is that? Look at that. Look at that right there. Oh my God. I think we just walked up on one. I don't know what it's doing. It's just sitting there. You see it right there? Look at it right beside the tree. That is freaking crazy. All right, I'm backing out. I'm backing out. Holy shit, guys. I think I just walked up on a baby Bigfoot. I'm going back the other direction. I don't think he seen me. I don't even think he knew I was there. It was something gray and black just standing there by the tree. I literally walked up right up on it. Like I said, I don't know if that thing was sleeping or what it was doing. It was just kind of just hanging out by the tree. That is freaking crazy. All right, we're going to go back up to the front and we're going to start fishing. We're going to catch us a fish. And we're going to head back there to the gifting tree and leave it at the gifting tree. Holy shit, guys. Look at this shelter. Look at this. Look at that one. There's two of them right here. I'm telling you, there's a whole damn family back here. This shit is wild looking. Look how tall it is. Like, you got a piece of freaking bark that's not even from any of these trees laying right there as like a cover. Check that out, man. That is so freaking cool. The tree bend tucked underneath that tree. That tree. Look at that. X marks the spot. Look at that. That is so freaking cool, man. This is its shelter, guys. Look at this. Look at that, man. They get right up in there and blend right in. That is so freaking cool. Look at that. Look, X marks the spot. That is so freaking wild, man. Alright. Look, there. Oh shit, there's another one. There's a freaking another one. I didn't even see this one. Whoa, look at that massive tree up in the freaking air like that. That's the shelter part. That is so freaking cool, man. They're all living right here. This is fresh. I mean, you can still see the green on the leaves. That is extremely fresh. I found their little hideout. Look, that even looks like another little hideout right there. How freaking cool is that, man? Man, I tell you guys what, a part of me kind of wishes I would have just walked up to it and approached it a little closer to get a better view at it. But I don't know what these things are capable of, man. You know, I don't want to spook it and then it comes charging after me, you know. I mean, I have my gun on me and everything, but I would not want to actually shoot something like that, you know? There's no telling what kind of hell you would get for that type of stuff. You have a whole family after you, you know? But no, I'm not out here trying to harm these critters. They are really cool to learn about, though. And just to know they're actually here is freaking wild. All right, you guys, down here at the creek, we're going to catch a fish to feed to Bigfoot. Just got a little night crawler on there. Let's go down here and try to catch us one. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy. Come on, fishy. Damn, there we go. There we go. How quick that was. This little sungill. All right, guys, got our little fish. All right, guys, we got our fish. Nice little green sunfish right there. Let's go ahead, take it back there to the gifting tree. All right, you guys, here is the gifting tree. So I went ahead and I caught one more fish that same size. Essentially, I would want something a little bigger, but them little ones are the only thing that are biting right now. The creek is actually really low. We need some rain bad. But we're going to go ahead and set up a voice recorder, these two fish. We're going to get out of here, come back tomorrow, see if we got any audio, and see if the fish are gone. All right, guys, I'll go ahead and turn on this voice recorder. So I got one fish right there on the gifting tree, and I have another one right here hanging out of the tree. So we're doing half and half. We're going to try to hang one up, keep it up above ground, and we're going to take this voice recorder. We're going to hit play, record, right there. All right. We're just going to lightly tuck it under there like this. Kind of camouflage it just a little bit, not too much, because we don't want disturbed audio. And that's it. So there we got a fish there, voice recorder, another fish up in the tree. Let's get on out of here. Now hopefully when we come in tomorrow, we'll get some pretty good audio, and hopefully them fish are gone. Probably, we might even get some fresh sounds when we come back, I don't know. So I'll see you guys in the morning. You guys stay tuned. I just got back here and I hear something walking right here behind me. It's literally standing right here walking behind me. Now when I said I'll see you guys in the morning, what I really meant was 12 a.m. It is currently 12:15 in the morning. I'm out here on the other side of the property and I'm just out here listening. Might do some wood knocks here in just a little while, but there is something literally standing right here just walking back. I don't see any glowing eyes or anything. I don't know, it's really weird. But so far since I've been back here, all I've heard is whatever is walking right here behind me. Oh no, it's probably a raccoon or a possum or something. It don't sound very big. But other than that, I haven't really heard much. Got a light wind tonight, so it is kind of hard to hear. I don't know, guys. That's really weird. I don't see anything. That thing is walking right here behind me, too. Guys, if you see something, you let me know down in the comments. I don't know what that thing was, but I'm pretty sure it just found out that I was here because it just took off. It didn't go far though. I just heard it run right over here. Whoop! It's kind of hard to hear. Got this wind starting to pick up out here. Not really hearing too much from over here on this side of the property. It's actually been a very quiet night for once. I'll probably just stand out here for a few more minutes. Here, try to see if I can hear a response or something. If nothing crazy happens, I'm just going to go ahead and get out of here. Like I said, it's getting pretty late tonight. Whoop! You know, now that I think about it, it took a couple times of me doing that last time before I even got a response. Last time we were out here, we got one whoop, and that was all the way over there on the other side of the property where we were at earlier today. With me leaving fish and stuff at the gifting tree, I didn't really want to stay around in that location. You know, I don't know how good their smell is. I'm sure it's great, you know, so I didn't really want to be in that area and spook them off because I do want them to come visit the... I do want them to visit the gifting tree. That sounded like what I heard that time when I was fishing, something banging on the ground. That wasn't too far from me neither. That sounded like something smacking the ground really, really hard. That was a wood knock. That was a wood knock. That was one. Boom. That was crazy. He hit the tree twice. So, what I heard was something smacking the ground really hard. And then I heard one wood knock followed behind another wood knock. That was pretty cool. That thing literally responded right back to me. And it's crazy too because I've been out here for a while. You know, I've only done that a couple times. And it seems like it takes a couple times for them to actually respond. I don't think I've ever done that just one time and had an automatic response. You know, it takes a little while, you know. But that was really cool. I don't even know how much the camera picked that up. That was right back there though. This daggone wind out here. Past few minutes the wind has just gotten worse. Dude, that is for sure walking. That is for sure walking. Hello? Hello? I don't know what that was. That sounds big though. Yeah. Damn, something was just thrown at me. I said hello and something just threw something at me. Freaking stick just went flying up in the air over here. Alright. I don't mean you any harm. I don't mean you any harm. I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here. I'm going to leave. Alright. That's crazy. Fuck this. That's crazy, dude. Alright guys, it's the next day. It just started raining out here. I'm trying to rush back here to grab the voice recorder, see if the fish is gone or if it's still there. I don't want my voice recorder to get ruined out here. So we'll be there in just a minute or two. You guys stay tuned. We have made it to the gifting tree. I tell you, we ain't had rain in over a month. The one time I set my voice recorder out here, the next day it pours. All right, it looks like the fish is gone. The fish has gone out the tree. Here's the voice recorder. That thing is soaking wet and it's dead. But as you guys can see, the fish is completely gone. The fish is out of the tree. We hung it right up there. All right. All right, guys, I'm gonna go back to the house. I'm gonna review the audio and see if we captured anything or not. And I'll get back with y'all as soon as I do that. So let's cross our fingers. We got something pretty cool on there. You guys stay tuned. All right, you guys, I've done reviewed the audio clip, and I'm telling you guys right now, what I was able to capture last night was absolutely mind-boggling. Like, I'm not even joking. When I reviewed this footage, I was sitting there just looking dumbfounded and mind-boggled. So essentially what you're going to hear in the audio is leaves crunching as if something's walking up to the gifting tree, and you're going to hear a grunt. But the weird part is that grunt actually sounds like my name. It sounds like Mike. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys listen to it. I'm going to play it a couple times so you can hear it. I did notice that the fish was gone. Both fish was gone. One was about, I don't know, 6.5 feet up in the tree. I can't see any animals just being able to leap that high to grab it. So that's pretty weird. After all the signs that we found during the video, the Bigfoot track on the trail right next to squirrel fur, everything, you know, the whoops and the wood knocks that we've been hearing. It's been absolutely crazy, guys. So I think it's safe to say that these creatures are definitely back. Their intelligence is beyond me. I don't know how it would know my name. The only thing that I could think of logically is when I'm down there filming, starting the intro, and I say, hey, welcome, guys. My name is Mikey, and you're watching Mikey's Hauntings. If that's not how they know my name, then their intelligence is beyond me. But enough chit-chat. This is the audio clip that we captured last night from the gifting tree. One more time. That's the least pumpkin. Absolutely insane, guys. I don't know what to make out of that. I do know the woods is haunted. I'm not sure, you know, if it's a spirit, if it's actual Bigfoot. I didn't even know they could talk. Um, their intelligence is beyond me. I'm gonna let you guys decide down in the comments, but that is absolutely mind-boggling. Still doesn't explain what happened to the fish and all the other signs, but absolutely crazy. Like I said, guys, get this video to at least 40 likes and I'll be camping in Bigfoot territory. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please go ahead and hit that like button. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Remember to keep it spooky, keep it squatchy, because we're going to keep squatching. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.